Welcome Dragon Age fans to my Dragon Age Last Flight book review. In this video I'll be talking about the plot of the book, what I thought about the book, and how the book will affect Dragon Age Inquisition. But before I begin, let me just say this video will include spoilers, so if you don't want to know any spoilers about the book, stop watching now. Let's begin by talking about the plot of the book. In 941 Dragon, the elven mage Valia and a group of mages from the Circle of Magi in Hossberg joined the Grey Wardens at Weishaupt for safety from the ongoing Mage Templar War. With rebel Templars rampaging through Thedas and the rebel mages assembling a terrifying army at Andorol's Reach, the Wardens are the only safe harbour for both neutral mages and Templars seeking to flee the conflict's insanity. The organisation is beginning to see groups of both seeking asylum and purpose. Upon reaching Weishaupt, Valia is tasked to research the fortress's libraries for accounts of wardens abandoning their posts, behaving unusually, as well as records of talking darkspawn, beginning with the Fourth Blight. From these instructions, Valia locates a lyrium-laced war map inscribed with Elvish, which leads her to a hidden journal detailing the last days of the elven blood mage Warden and the Griffin Rider Asaya and her brother, the legendary hero Garahel, who ended the Fourth Blight. As she reads Asaya's first-hand accounts of the battles during the Exalted Age, the journal reveals that during the Warden's struggle to defend and evacuate Antiva City, as well as securing the assistance of the Free Marches during the ending of the Fourth Blight, Asaya was tasked by the First Warden to put the Grey Warden's griffins through a joining ritual. This ritual ultimately led to the creature's corruption. As Garahel and the Wardens attempted to secure Antiva City and also make diplomatic ties with the Starkhaven's ruling family, Asaya also began to regret condemning the Griffins to madness and death. In secret, Asaya contrives a way to remove the taint from the Griffin's hatchlings and contain it within herself, accelerating her own corruption, but hopefully protecting the new generation of Warden battle brothers and sisters. This effort becomes particularly poignant after Garahel falls slaying Andorol during battle, along with many of the mature Griffins and their Warden riders. Asaya manages to purge the taint from a clutch of eggs obtained from Amadis, who was Garahel's lover, and the eggs of her Griffin Smoke were sired by Garahel's Griffin, Crooktail. Convinced the Wardens of the Exalted Age are not fit stewards of the Griffins, and hoping those of the future will be, Asaya used magic to hide the eggs in suspended animation in a remote location that would later become the home of a statue of Andraste. Asaya then takes her Griffin, Revis, on one last flight, before secreting her journal away at Weishaupt, rather than living in a world without the noble creatures. Driven by her research to find the treasure in the present day, Valia then travels with a small group of companions to the site and is able to reanimate the eggs. They hatch. One chick in particular looks identical to Garahel's Crooktail. The hatchling appears to be free of the taint, bringing Valia hope that they will rise again. Now let's move on to what I thought about the book, and it will not take long as I thoroughly enjoyed it. I found it very interesting learning more and more about the Grey Wardens and their struggles during the Fourth Blight, as we never really learnt much about the Fourth Blight during Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2. This book is also full of interesting characters. For instance, there's Garahel and his sister Asaya. It's very interesting to learn about these characters, as we do not know much about them until this point. If I had to say a bad thing about this book, I'd say that the modern day characters aren't fleshed out enough, as we do not learn much about them. The book is mainly focused on the Fourth Blight. However, this does not stop the book from being very interesting, so I recommend anyone that is interested in the Grey Wardens or the Fourth Blight, or if you're just excited for Dragon Age Inquisition, I recommend that you buy this book. That's the end of my review, but my question for this video is, have you read this book and what do you think of it? Whatever you think, comment down below and let me know. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.